So guys, thank you so much for those who are still coming into the room. Thank you for tuning in to of course, our favorite segment, Indie Talks. I am one of your hosts, Ayana Lewis Redway, and of course, my beautiful co-host,
Danielle.
And listen, tonight, we are sitting and talking with no other than the Harlem Princess herself. Okay, I mean the queen. Okay, Dina Love.
Hi, I love the intro. Thank you so much.
Of course. We're gonna get intros around here. Okay, we're gonna celebrate you.
Hi, everybody in the comments. My fault, y'all. Hi, everybody. Wells, everybody. I see y'all. What's up?
Hey, what's going on? So, guys, if you do have questions, we're gonna make sure we're gonna go through our stuff, our play, and if you do have questions, we'll come back to you. We don't think we're not paying attention. You know, Danielle, she'll look at some stuff and then she'll shoot it out.
1 second. Hold on.
Yeah, take your time.
I ordered food. I'm sorry.
No, it is. Listen. So let's jump right into this. So, Miss Love, I mean, first of all, you know, I know us, Dale and I, we know your story. For those who may be new to this and new to you, kind of talk about your musical journey. And of course, and I know that you went to performing arts schools, you know, here in locally. So kind of talk about that path and you choosing this music journey.
You want to know so crazy? Like, usually when I think about my journey, I automatically start from like high school. But it's so crazy. The high school I went to, which is Performing Arts School, shout out to MLK campus, MTL, even though we no longer exist. But that was actually like the school I didn't pick and I didn't audition for. And I ended up getting into that school in 8th grade. And it was like, at that moment, I was so devastated because I had like auditioned for all these schools. I had the grades, like there were no problems. I just didn't get into any of the schools that I wanted to. So with this school being the last school on the list, I would say like, I don't think if I didn't go to that school, my life would have went the way that it did. So shout out to that moment of feeling like the world was ending when really like that was the start of my world for real. So yeah, I would say, you know, middle school kind of stamped it for me when it was time to like go to high school and figure out what I was going to do. So yeah, high school kind of definitely stamped it. But then when I graduated high school and I took that year off and I was like really trying to figure out what to do with myself and I dropped a song and it went viral, that's when I was like, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. All right. And I was actually going to school for law at the same time. So I was kind of like doing this. And yeah, we leaned towards the music and it ended up working out.
Look at that.
Now, switching from law and then pursuing music, you know, sometimes people feel like music is like a fickle career because it's not always like guaranteed and it's like you're kind of like betting on yourself. How did your like parents feel? Like, cause you know, like law is like, all right, it's something that's like stable. How did your parents feel when they found out like, okay, you didn't want to do law, but you wanted to go into music?
I mean, it's kind of crazy because my mom, she's now a retired correction officer. She worked in Rikers my whole life. But prior to that, she worked, shout out to mommy. Prior to that, she was a stylist. She worked for Vibe magazine. She followed her dreams. And then her baby father is Kid Capri. He betted on his help. So I was kind of like dead smack in the middle of both these perspectives of like, you know, you can't go out into the world and be cute and stupid. So I had to finish school. So the fact that I finished high school, I feel like for my parents, it was like, okay, you did it. Like you finished high school and you finished with amazing grades. And then I started my freshman year of college during my senior year of high school. So you could see that my drive was there and I always wanted to, you know, be efficient at anything I did. So I think the day when I was like, I had left college and then I took a year off, made music, and then I went back to school. I went back to college. And I remember the day, like my mom had just got married and I was turning the paper in and I was like an hour late because I was in Mexico, completely forgetting like time difference. And I ended up failing the class off this paper. And I went in school and I immediately called my dad and my mom and I was like, I'm done. Like, it's over. Like, I'm done. And they were just like, yo, like, you did what we wanted you to do. Like, soar. Go ahead. And I signed myself out of school and I never looked back. And then I became Vina Love. I hope that answers the question.
It did.
Okay. Just like you're supportive of like your decision. Yeah.
And now I wanted you to talk about like the impact, because obviously now you make this decision, hey, I'm done with school, I'm about to pursue this music, you know, that pivotal moment for you that, you know, you took it and you ran with it. Kind of talk about that impactful moment in regards to like the artistry side of it, like, you know, other artists influence you besides, because obviously we know you come from lineage, you know, legacy. So kind of talk about other creatives and not only how that legacy impact you and inspire you.
I'll be very, very, very honest with you guys. And I know this might, like, you know, trick some people out, but at the time when I started like coming out into music, like this kind of social media had just began. Like we just got Instagram. We wasn't even making videos on Instagram yet. Like we were on Vine going crazy and like Facebook and stuff like that, SoundCloud.
MySpace.
Like like, you know, and then a lot of people were still so young that they didn't experience Sconex and MySpace and all these things.
You brought it back.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so it's certain things that I was already doing because that, like my dad having a pager, the little flip up phone, AIM and all that kind of stuff. And then once I realized like, oh, we can make videos, I started singing on Vine and Facebook. And then it was like, okay, things are changing. There's nobody around that I could look at and be like, okay, I want to do it like them. It was nobody doing what we were doing. It was like the SoundCloud rappers and stuff like that, but there were no singers that I could honestly think of other than like Janae Aiko and people like that was really outside around that time. But even then, the social media presence wasn't stupid. So you had to go see her in the show. If you missed the show, you missed the show. You know? So around that time, it wasn't nobody that I was like really looking up to. I was looking for someone, like who is going to be that one? I guess it's going to be me because ain't nobody else thinking of it. And then you had people like Wolf Tyler come out. First, she was a comedian, but then she could sing. So she started feeling comfortable singing. Like it was certain people that started getting more comfortable. And I was like, okay, now there's a musical community within the social media aspect of what we're doing. So for a while, like I felt like I really only had myself to look up to. And then I started to understand my history. Like all those people that walked in and out of my house when my dad got off tour, I had to understand like, oh, that's Rakim. Oh, that's LL Cool J. Oh, that's Lil Kim. Oh, that's Mary J. Blige. Oh, so now as I'm stepping out, I'm really starting to realize like, girl, these are not just your aunties or uncles. These are like, they're them. So it took me a while and I had to step my foot in the industry for me to really, really understand what was going on. But for a while, I was like my own inspiration. And I don't mean to sound like, you know, but that's just really what it was at the moment.
Okay. No, happy should. Happy should. What are some challenges that you feel like you've been facing when it comes to like the music industry?
That I'm not like other people. So there's certain things I don't like succumb to doing to get certain things. So I feel like I miss out. Not really missing out, but miss out on a lot of opportunities because there's certain things I'm not willing to do. There's certain crowds I'm not willing to hang with. There's certain business ventures I'm not willing to take. And not because I want to stagnate myself, like obviously not, but it's because I think further. I don't want to do something right now and then later on I'm paying for it. People don't look at all the kinks and all the crannies of a situation, and I'm one of those people. And I think also too, like I'm mixed with a bunch of things, but coming from a household where I was raised as a Black woman, as a Caribbean woman, these morals that we stand by is certain things that we feel. So when you feel something, you tend to listen to that. You tend to, you know, lean to what you're feeling. And I feel like for me in the industry, that's been my biggest friend. Like if it don't feel right, it don't feel right. We're not doing it. And it's that simple. And I think a lot of us in the industry, we look at like money and zeros and who this person is and what they've done, and you feel like they can do it for you. And that's not always the case. Sometimes you got to meet with the little dogs. Sometimes you got to meet with the people who don't even know that they're as big as they are. And you got to pour into them so that you can receive something. So I feel like my biggest challenge would be everybody knows me, but nobody really reaches their hand out. And that's okay, but it is a challenge in certain aspects.
Do you feel like what is an example of some things like you felt like you had to turn down just because of what you stand for?
A lot of things. I guess, I mean, I did reality TV, but we did growing up hip hop. But before that, it was like a lot of loving. I guess I'm gonna say this because it's the safest one without me getting in trouble. But loving hip hop was like one of those offers where they were like really adamant, and I was just like, yo, like what y'all want, I don't have, and I would have to create it to give it to y'all, and it's not me.
Is it like they wanted you to be messy?
Even if they tell you they don't want you to, that's what it is. You kind of know what you're setting yourself up for. Like, and even with growing up hip hop, like shout out to WeTV, shout out to the whole network, the whole team, everybody, my castmates and everybody. they're gonna tell you this is a family show, and which it is. Yeah. However, people are watching it. Excuse my hair, y'all. I just washed my hair, so it's like
It's fine.
Hold on. It's fine. But so yeah, they paint it as a family show, of course. But obviously it's TV, it's ratings. So you know that they're gonna want way more than just the huggy, kissy, warmy stuff. It's gonna get lit. And it's personalities involved. So as much as a network can say this, a random person could just be having a bad day and they on camera and you happen to be in that scene with them and they say something and now you're like, wait, hold up. How do I react to this? Do I react as if I'm not on camera or do I react as if I'm on camera? What do I do? Yeah. And that's such a tough position to be in when you're a real person. Because me, I might smack you. And then the next thing you know, now you send a lawsuit to my crib and it's like, I'm in trouble, but I still got to go be being in love. Now I'm a liability. You get what I'm saying?
It's like the whole world has seen you smack somebody. Like they have a perception of you.
You probably don't even do what I do for a living. So you could get smacked and go about your life, and that's just it. I can smack you and ruin my life. So it's just like this constant thinking, like what do I do to not mess my career up? So Love and Hip Hop was like one of those moments where I was like, yo, if I do this, I'm either gonna have a Cardi outcome or I'm gonna have a not so good outcome. You get what I'm saying? So, and I didn't want to chance that. So with Growing Up Hip Hop, I chanced it a little bit because it was family, but I got up out of there right after one season.
Yeah.
Sis said she was gone.
Yeah.
And speaking
Love
of
y'all, but I'm out.
You know, handling TV, talk about for you, not only just as an artist and obviously being on different platforms of entertainment, obviously, like you said, with television, kind of talk about that balancing. Like, how do you handle these multiple hats that you have to wear in that sense, and then self-care for you?
I mean, I'll be honest, as a woman, I definitely oftentimes lack on the self-care part in terms of like what everybody imagines self-care to be, like spas and A lot of my self-care is like just being alone, getting some sleep, just laying in the crib, smoking up, just chilling. You get what I'm saying? Like that's a lot of my self-care. But in terms of balancing all of the things, it's pretty much on a schedule basis. So it's like, all right, just as an example, if I have a full day where I got to do an interview, then I got to have a meeting, then I got rehearsal, and I got maybe a studio, I just get into whatever mode I got to go in before I walk through that door. Like, it's not so much thinking. It's just like, all right, you about to go do what? Okay, this is who I am right now. After this, we got to do what? Okay, this is who I am. So it's just snapping into it whenever it's time to. Because if you're in it all day long, you're not going to be able to think at all. Like, oh my God, I'm a singer, I'm a dancer, I'm an actor, I'm a this, I'm a that. You can't do that to yourself. So you got to like definitely be able to pull yourself in and out of it and turn your celebrity off. And I think that's where the self-care comes in. Telling yourself like, okay, I've been a celebrity all day. I could be human now. And taking your clothes off, taking your makeup off, taking a shower, and just chilling. So it's hard to balance, but we make it do what it do, because if not, I'm going to just be a bum.
And I have one more question, Danielle, before I switch over to you. So before we get into the music, because I know that's what the people is waiting for. Yeah. Obviously, listen, you got, honored by New York Mayor himself, Mayor Adams, in regards to dedicating you as Harlem, Princess of Harlem. I kind of want you to just kind of talk about that and what that felt like at that very moment, because we know you always represent Harlem.
I think you were so crazy, like you know when they say like you're about to pass away and like your life flashes before your eyes. That's kind of like what it was. Like I remember because you hear about it, like your team is talking all day, so you hear about things. Like I remember them hearing like, yes, we have this with Vina, she can't know. And I remember saying like, what could it be? Like, what could it possibly be? So then at the party, when they finally showed me the certificate, I was like, they knew that they had to surprise me with this, because I don't give myself no kind of credit. So it was just like, damn, all those times I was at the African American Day Parade and I was dancing. All those times I was outside in rehearsal in the street till 9 o'clock and my grandmother was pulling me out the street like, girl, we're in Harlem. Do you know what could happen to you? Like all these moments I was putting myself out there, like really being me. And all those times I put myself in danger and all the times I had fun. Like all these memories in my neighborhood, like kind of ran across my mind. Like, girl, like you did what you said you was going to do. Like you had your fun and you came back and you still like showed love. You still represented. You still gave to people. You didn't let you being like lit or being Kid Capri's daughter just take you away from what you remember. And the fact that I remembered all of it as a 27-year-old woman in that moment, it was just like, oh yeah, this is crazy. And to be recognized, you know, like you just feel like you're doing stuff and can't nobody really see or tell. And because we didn't did so many events giving back where we didn't have no press, and we didn't, you know, when you give it back to homeless, you don't want to have cameras in their face.
Yeah.
You know, like stuff like that. So we've done so many things without the press. So for the mayor to realize it and the mayor to see it, and even just take a minute out of his day to just sign the paper, like it was just crazy. So definitely it's a real moment. Still, you know, settling in.
No,
and that's what it's about.
I can't wait to do something with it though, like do more with it. Like I can't wait to be like, listen, I'm the Princess of Harlem. Let me in this door. We're changing this.
Like, and, excuse me, do you know?
Do
you know me? I'm the Princess of Harlem. Like,
and it opened a lot of doors. Like I now do business with Boys and Girls Club, which is beautiful to me. I was raised with 10 boys, and all my cousins, they all went to the boys club. So for me as an adult to now be working with them, 10 boys. I'm the only girl, child. It's a lot.
Bless your soul,
you know.
Right?
But so to be working with them now, just on behalf of that, and just you know, just being outside, being a philanthropist is like, wow, I never thought I would be recognized for that. So it's a beautiful thing.
And you mentioned something like you don't want, like, as far as like people just saying, oh, she's Kid Capri's daughter. How do you not let the thought of nepotism like get to you, and like people feel like, oh, she got this just because she's Kid Capri's daughter?
Yeah. I mean, you want to know the whole thing with nepotism though? It's like, how could you be mad at the parent? How could you?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, for instance, Victoria Monet, right? With her daughter being the youngest, you know, say what you want, but that's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Like, you're supposed to have a baby, involve them in what you do, and create this. She may never make music. That baby may grow up and be a fucking construction worker, for God's sake, excuse my language. But it's like, as a parent, that's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do. Now, on my end, my dad didn't want me in the industry at all. He thought I was absolutely crazy, and he thought I couldn't sing, and he was just like, no. Absolutely. But I had to grow up to realize that was projection of his fear of me being in this industry, knowing everything that he knows. And I think I shied so much away from the people with the nepotism thing that I went so hard, like, no, I'm being in love. And it's like, nah, like, that's my dad. And I'm still me with him being my dad. Like, we walk in a room together, he's still going to be him. I'm still going to be me. Yeah. I'm not going to chill out because he's there. He's not going to chill out because I'm there. So I kind of had to, like, get over the fact that people think about that, because I really never cared. Yeah. I was just like, I'm me. And he didn't even want me to sing. And look, I had to force him to believe in what I was doing. So in my mind, I was always going to be this, but it took me a minute to get other people's thoughts out of my head, for real.
And I love, I'm sorry, Danielle, I just wanted to interject. I love the fact, because Danielle and I have been present at some of your events, and I love that your father supports.
Yeah, he does. He's right there, front and center.
And when you are in the room, he give you that moment. He lets you shine and you stand out. And I just love that reaction. It's not like it's about him at that moment. It's literally about you, you know, how he's so proud of you, and he speaks so highly of you, and he just excited about everything that you do. Yeah.
And I mean, like I feel like people look at us and think we have like that perfect daddy-daughter story. And, you know, everybody has their hiccups, they have their issues, they have their problems. But I think for me and my dad, I think the biggest thing for us, regardless of everything, we always made it a point to respect each other in public. If there's a problem, or if I feel away or he feel away, I know where you're at. Like, your crib is my crib. Like, I could just come to the house and have a conversation with you. We don't need to go on social media and hurt each other and do all these kind of things, because it makes both of us look crazy. So the best thing we could do was support each other. You don't want to be known as Kid Capri, the greatest of all time, but you don't support your kid. Like, people can tell, people can see. So it was just like, yo, you want to do this for real? Like, this really what you're going to do for the rest of your life? And I was like, yeah. He was like, well, you can't play, because if you play, I'll look stupid. I'm like, you know what? It's not about you, but you're right. You're dead right. So, yes.
And it's like, you got to make him, like, eat his words, too.
You get what I'm saying? Like, exactly. Exactly. So it definitely ended up working out. And I think with me becoming a woman and a woman of my own, I show my dad a lot. I'm not like the irresponsible kid or nothing like that. So I think he, you know, not to say it like that, but I think it was a way for him to fall in line a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I make it easy for him as a parent. So I think it worked out.
All right. So let's get into this music. So first of all, you know, you have released quite a few singles this year. All right. So we have the latest, which is Character, of course, and then right after that, Around You, and also Catch a Vibe. I kind of want you to kind of go into some of the inspiration in regards to you developing these songs and how you're able to kind of, you know, choose, you know, how you want to be able to target your audience and what message you want to relay over to your audience with these tracks.
Well, I'll be very honest with you. I started making music like 2015, and then I never put out like an album like of my own or like a project of my own. So I think over the summer, like I had spent so much time making so much music from like 2018 to now, so many albums we've made and scratched, so many producers I've made music with and threw it out. So this summer was really like, I'm tired. I'm just gonna start dropping music. Like I don't know the direction, but we're just gonna drop it because other people dropping stuff, and no shade, y'all, like out of death. But a lot of the songs I don't like, so why not just drop music? And if they don't like it, they don't, and if they like it, they like it. Yeah. And I kind of went with that. And me and Wells were just like, shout out to Wells, my producer. We were just in the studio, like super, super heavy. And I was like, you know what? I want to make this kind of song today. I want to make this kind of song today. And that's kind of where we were going with it. So there was no like actual direction. Around You is one of my favorites because I feel like that's a song I could perform in any setting, anywhere. It doesn't matter. We could be at a repast. And if that song come on, you're going to be like, hold on now. Like, you know, like, all right, chill out. And you know, because
I love that.
It gives the vibe. So
right,
Around
it's
You definitely one of my favorite songs. And then I also say like from the east side, but I take you around the world. That's one of my favorite sayings because it results back to the Harlem Princess. Like, yeah, I'm from here, but we're gonna take this everywhere. Like we're just gonna go everywhere with this. So I love Around You. Shout out to Tim. He helped me write the song. So yeah, that's one of my favorite songs. Catch a Vibe is actually a song I wrote when I was like 15. And me and Wells had flew to Atlanta, and he threw the beat on. We was like in this basement studio. Wells, he said I make the beats. No, I don't. He played too much. He threw the beat on it, and I instantly started singing the song. Like, just wanted to know if you called. Like, it just instantly came to my head, and I recorded it, and then that was it. But when I was listening to it, I was like, I don't want this to be a full song. Like, I want this song to be like 1 minute and 15 seconds. Like, I need this to be real, real calm. Right. And then Character was one of the first beats Wells played me like probably a year and a half ago. And I sat with it for so long because I'm not from Jersey. I didn't know what to do. Like I was just like, what is this? Like what am I supposed to do? But I love the beat. And then one day we got some words. Shout out to Tim Everett. He's from Harlem as well. And we sat in the studio, we wrote it up and I recorded it. I took Catch a Vibe and I took that song and I was like, all right, let's mesh these together. But the interesting thing about Character, in the beginning of the song, the beat is completely different than the rest of the song. That was a total different song. Like that was a completely different song that we recorded. Really? And we were sitting in the studio one day. Yeah, we were sitting in the studio one day, and we were working with an engineer. And we were like, "Yo, we're trying to make this beat go into this beat," and he was like, "Okay," and he literally sat in our face and did it in like 2.5, and we lost our minds. It was just like to see it just mesh like that was so crazy. So it ended up working out really well. And yeah, those 3 songs are just the beginning of what we're doing and nothing compared to what we have coming. Like that's just like a little sprinkle, like, hey y'all, like that's really just it. Like, but the next song I'm really excited for, and I think everybody's gonna love the next 2.
Okay. When are you dropping those?
Well, I'm gonna drop, I can say the name. Yeah, I can say the name. Party is the next song. Which is a song I wrote in 2017. I ended up keeping I wrote it for someone else. I ended up keeping for myself. Wells redid the beat.
Shout out to Wells.
And
he's just killing the beat.
Wells, he doing what need to be done. And
to your team.
You know. So yeah, Party is gonna be super dope. I just shot a video for it on Monday. It's an all girls video, so I'm super excited for everybody to see that. And then the song after that is called Brag. I have not told nobody this, but I'm gonna tell y'all because I love y'all energy. And if you on this live, then you heard it. If you didn't, you just missed it. The song that I'm dropping January, that's going to be a single off my tape, which releases February 14th. Is going to be a rap song. Yes. So I'm gonna be rapping. Y'all gonna hear my bars.
Exclusive. Okay,
we love it.
Yes, I just gave the exclusive. So I'm excited for that. Like I'm excited for. It's like I want people to hear my music and be like, wait, she made that too? Like, oh wait, she made that too? Like I want the confusion to start now so that when all the music is out, it's like, oh yeah, this is just her. Like she's just different. Like, she does different stuff.
Multifaceted.
Yeah, you know? So I'm excited. Like I'm excited to just come outside.
We're excited for you. Now, how would you describe the evolution musically of Vina Love?
I feel like from what I know, because I'm making the music, I'm hearing a bunch of stuff that nobody's heard. From the music that's out, I feel like you hear me dibbling and dabbling. I don't think you actually get to, I mean, you may, like you'll hear the difference in my voice, you'll hear the difference in my speaking. A lot of the old songs are really raunchy. A lot of these songs are more mature. I'm not talking about the same thing. So it's definitely evolved in that sense, I guess in a mature sense. I think from the music that people haven't heard yet, I think we've evolved just in sound, like sonically, simplifying the writing, being more honest in the writing, just being more raw without having to be so vulgar all the time. And I think coming from where I come from, what up? Like, and I said what I said, like, you know, and it's like you kind of got to learn. You kind of got to learn how to calm down.
She's such a New York.
Yeah, like it's so like unbearable sometimes. But you know, I had to learn to be myself, but say it on the other side of me, like the soft side of me.
Like
be able to,
side.
Yeah,
it's
like
rare to get that from a New York girl.
Girl,
it's
what?
just like we're always like, yo, what's up?
What? But I realized like I had to do a lot in my real life in order for me to evolve in my music life. Like I had to cut off a lot of things in real life to be able to even just see things clearly or be able to communicate what I was feeling clearly. So definitely a lot of evolving and way more to do. But I just know the music that's out right now is nothing compared to all the music coming out. Like when you hear the tape, it's just gonna be like, wait, this is who? Like it's like a whole other person. So I'm just really excited for that, and I'm really proud of it because I didn't give anyone my career and make them make me into who they thought I should be. Like I really stuck with myself all these years and stuck with not putting out a project until I felt like it was really, really ready. So now I'm ready and I'm really excited.
We love it.
First of all, we're super excited for you. Thank you for the exclusive. Thank you for expressing that. And I definitely want to say that I think, you know, being this person that worked in the industry for years, I love when an artist is unpredictable. That's just me personally, right? Because I think after a while, when the audience just know like it's just the same thing, it's the same thing. It's just like, okay, there's no shakeup, there's no, you know, guessing or anything of that nature. I love that you're able to express that you put out that style where you can just switch it up when you feel like it, not because somebody else is telling you to do it.
Because the competition it's tough because the competition is like when the competition is everything that you don't do, like no shades of nothing nobody do. Like I love Sexy Red. Like I love, you get what I'm saying? Like I love all these things, but I'm in a different lane than them. You get what I'm saying? But I'm also not her or LMA. I'm like, there's no place for me to like fit for real. Like I'm a little bit of both. So it's like I kind of gotta like let it show through my music. Like, okay, I'm gonna make a song called Make It Clap. And you might see some legs and some thighs, but then the next song you're gonna see me on the beach and we're gonna do some flowy hair, and then the next video I might be in a circus. Like it's really hard to like just you gotta be creative when you're not doing.
Are you gonna be in a circus?
Do it. I just said it, so it might happen. You know, so like it's just. You know, and that's another side of me I want to show, like, more so, like, people meet me, and I'm nice and I'm polite, but if you meet me on a business end, I'm rough and I'm a bulldog. So it's like, I really want people to get to understand my personality because I don't do this just to be seen. I do it because I really love it. So if I'm going to be here with y'all, I need y'all to understand who I am and what I'm putting out so we can really enjoy it. So y'all not confused about, you know, what I'm putting out there. So it's a lot. It's a lot.
We can't wait for it.
Listen, we ready for this. Say get the animals lined up.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Listen. All right. So first of all, Vina, thank you so much for sitting down, having this. Well, I mean, you dropped a lot of gems. You gave us a lot of insight. Thank you for the exclusive. We're gonna put that out.
Period.
Of course, we have to ask our favorite question that we love, because obviously the path you've been on up to this point has been astounding, and you have really been setting records. And we see you, girl. See you, queen. And first of all, for artists, like, what encouragement would you give to other independent artists or artists that are, hey, they say, look, I'm looking to just start out, but I don't know where to start, or I've been in this and I'm just kind of feeling like I want to give up, and I just still don't know which direction I want to go into. So what encouraging words do Miss Vina Love can share?
There's a lot of things I could say about that, but I'm gonna start with the worst thing you could do is be known for somebody that's not you. Like when Hannah Montana was like, I'm done being Hannah Montana, I want to be Miley Cyrus. It was because she was tired of having to hide who Miley Cyrus is. So it's like the worst thing you want to do is be known for being somebody that's not you. So be yourself. Start there. We're starting with there. We're starting with that. You got to be realistic. Okay, I need an image. So what can I look like? What do I need to sound like? What is going to gravitate people towards me? If you don't got it, but you got the ideas, that's okay. Go find an artist and go be an A&R or go be a manager or go. You have to be realistic with yourself. You put yourself in these situations to learn things that you didn't even have to go learn. You just didn't want to be realistic with yourself. So I think those are the first two keys, being yourself and being realistic. Now, on top of that, when people know that you're great and you don't even know it yet, people take advantage of that. They could tell. So you have to be real cautious about where you go and who you give what to. People will realize that you're a gem and they'll feed you all of these things to make you believe that you need them, when really they came to you because you were already you. You just don't know how big you are yet. So pay attention to people. Yes, it's about you, and yes, you have to focus on yourself, but watch people, because people will try to get you in any way that they can, especially if you are valuable. And just because you don't know it, that doesn't mean that it's not a thing. And lastly, people say, like, have this big team and have, yes, you need a team. Yes, you need people around you that care about you. Yes, you need people that have the same goal as you and believe in what you're doing. However, it's going to be times where you fire everybody. I'm top 5. I fire everybody. Oh, you don't want to do your job? Okay, cool. And that's the message you have to give, because once you let one person know they could play with you, they go relay the message.
Everybody play with you, yeah.
They go relay that message. That
they go shenan.
There you go. Shenan once, they go shenan again.
Exactly.
So you're going to have those months where you don't have this team around you and you have to be hands-on. You have to do everything. You have to write your treatments. You have to book your photographers and book your crew and your locations. And if you don't, it's not going to move. Nothing's going to shake. So you have to want it for yourself more than anybody. And when you do, you will receive all the things that, you feel that you need. And I did say that was the last one, but this is really the last one. I don't know how many of y'all believe in God. I don't care if you believe in God, Allah. I don't care if you believe in the universe, whatever it is. Pray up. Okay? First and foremost, that's the armor right there.
Every morning.
You gotta stay prayed up, because it's a lot of devilish things going on. And if you are confused, all you gotta do is pick up a Bible where it tell you. Just scroll on to the back. You can skip the front if you want to. Just scroll it back. And everything wrong that's happening on this earth says it on them papers. You have to protect yourself by all means. And I don't mean with a gun and with your hands and all those things. Through God. You have to protect yourself through your prayers. So with all of those things being said, I feel like that'll set you in a proper direction of, doing the things you want to do in life. And just be cautious of how you treat people. Just because they look like a janitor doesn't mean they are. And even if they was, they got a heart just like you. So just, treat people the way you want to be treated. Work your ass off. And don't take no for an answer. And learn how to say no.
Hello.
Listen, when I tell you she preach,
period.
She preach.
Listen, Pastor Love. Reverend Love.
Amen.
Listen, Pastor Plate. Send the offering around. It's offering time. Well, Miss Vina Love, first of all, we gonna end it right there. Yeah. When I tell you, you said it. That was it. That was the drop the mic moment.
Yeah.
Jay-Z exit stage left. That was it.
Just soundbite. Like I need a soundbite for that.
Right?
Yeah, I got you, boo. I got you. First of all, once again, just we love everything that you said. It is so true. We appreciate you for definitely coming through and definitely giving us those words. For those who came in who missed it, you got to catch it on the replay. Yeah. Catch it on the replay. So thank you so much once again just for coming in. I mean, shout out to you, your team, your PR, like everybody. And if you have anybody you want to shout out real quick, go right ahead.
I want to shout out my man. Shout out my mama. I want to shout out my little dog Kim. Hi, Stinky. All my friends that love me so much. I want to shout out everybody that I stopped messing with and stopped being cool with this year. I hope y'all doing all right with yourselves. I hope you're not sitting in the corner blaming me because it was definitely you. I hope you take some accountability and get some therapy. And I want to give a big shout out to God, Jehovah God. Without you, I would be nothing, no one. And yes, to everybody that loves and supports me and share their energy, and all the people that work with me, my entire team, my whole production team, my sister right there, Juju, that's my best friend. I love you, boo. And everybody that supports me and love. I love y'all. Thank you so much. And shout out to you ladies. Y'all were amazing. Thank you for this interview.
Yeah, thank you
so
much. So glad that you joined. You said February 14th.
Yes, ma'am. February 14th, the Hood, Marilyn Monroe. And
yes.
I'm excited.
All right. So thank you so much, Vina. And you have a good rest of the night so you can go eat your food.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what she got to hold.
You're right. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Thank
have
you
a good
so much.
night.
Oh, I'm tripping.
Yes.
If you haven't, please go get all 3 of my singles, Around You, Catch a Vibe, Character, on all streaming platforms. Yes. And please go watch the videos, y'all, because I direct them and I co-edit them myself. So it's a big thing for me. Them views mean a lot to me, okay? So go tap in with your girl, and I will be dropping a song the end of this month called Party with the video. And I'm dropping a Christmas song, and the tape is coming out. It's a lot going on, so keep up with your girl, man. Keep up with your girl.
Listen,
don't wait time.
Better put some respect on the name, all right?
Period. Thank y'all so much. I really appreciate y'all.
Of course, love. Thank
Bye,
you so
ladies.
much. All right, have a good night. All right. Oop, the Zoom. Listen, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This was an amazing, hands down interview. All of our interviews, it's so bomb.
Great energy. Like the times that we've interacted with her and interviewed her, it's always been love and great energy.
Yes. And once again, just piggyback off what Vina said, if you have not got her singles, please go get her singles. Just don't stream them. Please purchase them because it takes a lot to be an artist, an independent artist at that. All right. So, guys, thank you so much for tuning in with us. Listen, we have one more episode that is left. Unfortunately, that is going to be on the 30th because obviously next week is Thanksgiving. We're going to be eating. All right. So, listen, guys, thank you for tuning in. Once again, listen, I'm your host, Ayana Lewis Redway, and, of course, my beautiful co-host. Listen, and this always real style, real music, real style.
Artist working producer out here.
It's all, hold on, let me repeat that. Okay. It's always real music, real style, and real people. All right. And listen, they don't get no realer than this. And so until next time, guys, listen. Peace.